Welcome to our channel. Before we dive into today's video, we kindly ask you to show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our content. Exploring the Golden Age Classics of Hollywood Part 3. Number 10. Shall We Dance 1937? Shall We Dance is a romantic musical comedy film released in 1937, starring Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. The film revolves around Peter P. Peters, Fred Astaire, a renowned ballet dancer who is tired of his glamorous lifestyle and longs for a normal life. To escape the monotony, Peter decides to create a fictional alter ego, Petrov, claiming he is married to a woman he's never met. This sparks media interest and speculation. Meanwhile, Linda Keane, Ginger Rogers, a famous musical theater performer, becomes frustrated with her own career and desires privacy. She meets Peter by chance aboard a cruise ship, and they are instantly drawn to each other. However, Peter's fabricated marriage complicates their growing attraction. As the ship arrives in New York, Peter and Linda part ways, but their paths cross again when Linda auditions for a new production. Peter, still posing as Petrov's manager, is assigned to work with Linda on a musical number. The two begin to fall in love, but misunderstandings and mistaken identities keep them apart. Eventually, Peter's true identity is revealed, and he confesses his love for Linda. However, she believes he was only interested in her as a performer, not as a person. Determined to win her over, Peter stages an elaborate musical production, featuring the famous Slap That Bass dance number. In the end, Peter's efforts pay off, and he and Linda reconcile their feelings. They embrace their love and perform together in a grand finale, leaving the audience captivated by their talent and chemistry. Shall We Dance received positive reviews upon its release. The film's musical numbers, choreography, and the charismatic chemistry between Astaire and Rogers were highly praised. Audiences were delighted by the elegant and energetic dance sequences, which showcased the duo's remarkable skills. The film's romantic storyline, coupled with comedic moments, added depth to the overall entertainment value. In retrospect, Shall We Dance is considered one of the iconic Astaire-Rogers collaborations, displaying their effortless grace and charm. The film's enduring popularity can be attributed to its timeless appeal, capturing the magic of classic Hollywood musicals and leaving audiences with a sense of joy and romance. Number 11. The Maltese Falcon, 1941. The Maltese Falcon is a classic film noir released in 1941, directed by John Huston and based on the novel of the same name by Dashiell Hammett. Starring Humphrey Bogart as Private Detective Sam Spade, the film is known for its intricate plot and memorable characters. The story begins when a mysterious woman named Miss Wonderly, Mary Astor, hires Spade and his partner Miles Archer, Jerome Cowan, to follow a man named Thursby. Archer takes the assignment but is later found murdered. Spade becomes the prime suspect in the case and finds himself entangled in a web of deceit and treachery. As Spade investigates Archer's murder, he encounters a diverse cast of characters, including Joel Cairo, Peter Lorre, a foreign and effeminate gentleman, Caspar Gutman, Sidney Greenstreet, a wealthy and cunning criminal mastermind, and Bridget O'Shaughnessy, Mary Astor, the femme fatale who originally hired Spade. It is revealed that all parties are searching for a priceless statuette, the Maltese Falcon, which is believed to be made of solid gold and encrusted with valuable jewels. The Falcon has been sought after for years, and its whereabouts have remained a mystery. Spade becomes caught in a dangerous game as he tries to uncover the truth and determine who can be trusted. As the plot thickens, Spade discovers that Bridget has been manipulating him all along. She confesses her involvement in the murders and her desperate desire to possess the Falcon. Spade must outwit Gutman, Cairo, and Bridget to protect himself and uncover the truth behind the Falcon's allure. In a climactic confrontation, the true nature of the Maltese Falcon is revealed. Spade manages to outsmart his adversaries, ultimately turning them over to the authorities. In the end, Spade's loyalty to himself and his moral code prevails, but the Falcon remains an elusive treasure. The Maltese Falcon is widely regarded as one of the greatest film noir ever made. It is praised for its sharp dialogue, compelling performances, and intricate plot twists. Humphrey Bogart delivers a memorable performance as the cynical and tough private investigator, Sam Spade, establishing the archetype of the hard-boiled detective character. The film's atmospheric black and white cinematography, combined with its morally ambiguous characters and gritty narrative, contributes to its enduring appeal. John Huston's directorial debut is lauded for its precise pacing and noir visual style, effectively capturing the dark and shadowy world of crime and deception. The Maltese Falcon is often considered a quintessential film noir, setting the standard for the genre with its intricate plot, memorable characters, and morally ambiguous themes. Its influence can be seen in numerous subsequent films, and it remains a classic example of the detective mystery genre. Number 12, Bringing Up Baby, 1938. Bringing Up Baby is a classic screwball comedy film released in 1938, directed by Howard Hawks and starring Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant. Known for its fast-paced dialogue and zany situations, the film has become a beloved example of the genre. The story revolves around David Huxley, Cary Grant, a mild-mannered paleontologist who is on the verge of completing an important dinosaur skeleton exhibit. David is set to marry his straight-laced fiancée, Alice Swallow Virginia Walker, and everything seems to be going according to plan. However, David's life takes a comedic turn when he encounters Susan Vance, Katharine Hepburn, a free-spirited and impulsive young woman. Susan takes an immediate liking to David and decides to involve herself in his life, leading to a series of misadventures. Unbeknownst to David, Susan's aunt has mistakenly sent her a leopard named Baby. With the leopard on the loose and wreaking havoc, David finds himself entangled in a chaotic situation. Susan's eccentric behavior and unpredictable actions only add to the mayhem. As David tries to navigate the challenges of dealing with Susan and the escaped leopard, he finds himself falling in love with her. They embark on a wild and unpredictable journey, involving mistaken identities, a missing dinosaur bone, and various comedic mishaps. Throughout their escapades, David becomes increasingly exasperated, but he also begins to realize that he is drawn to Susan's carefree and unconventional personality. Along the way, they encounter eccentric characters, including a big game hunter named Major Applegate, Charles Ruggles, and a psychiatrist named Dr. Fritz Lehman, May Robson. In the end, after a series of hilarious and chaotic events, David and Susan manage to capture the leopard and restore order. They also discover that love can be found in the most unexpected circumstances. Bringing Up Baby received mixed reviews upon its initial release but has since gained recognition as a classic screwball comedy. The film's fast-paced dialogue, physical comedy, and the sparkling chemistry between Hepburn and Grant have become iconic. The performances of Hepburn and Grant are often praised for their impeccable comedic timing. Hepburn's portrayal of the vivacious and impulsive Susan Vance showcases her talent for physical comedy, while Grant's exasperated and befuddled David Huxley provides the perfect foil. The film's witty banter and absurd situations contribute to its enduring appeal. The slapstick humor and clever wordplay keep the audience engaged throughout the wild and unpredictable narrative. Bringing Up Baby is celebrated for its ability to create laughter through chaos, and its ability to transport viewers into a world of delightful absurdity. As one of the quintessential screwball comedies of the era, Bringing Up Baby has left a lasting impact on the genre. Its influence can be seen in subsequent films, and it remains a beloved classic that continues to entertain audiences with its madcap humor and timeless charm. Number 13, Angels with Dirty Faces, 1938. Angels with Dirty Faces is a crime drama film released in 1938, directed by Michael Curtis and starring James Cagney and Pat O'Brien. The film explores themes of friendship, loyalty, and the influence of crime on the lives of young individuals. The story revolves around two childhood friends, Rocky Sullivan, James Cagney, and Jerry Connolly, Pat O'Brien, who grew up together in a tough New York City neighborhood. While Jerry becomes a priest, Rocky becomes involved in a life of crime, eventually becoming a notorious gangster. Years later, Jerry is working as a priest in the same neighborhood, trying to guide troubled young boys away from a life of crime. Rocky, recently released from prison, returns to the neighborhood and reunites with Jerry. The two men find themselves on opposite sides of the law, with Rocky's criminal activities continuing to escalate. Rocky's return brings him into contact with a group of young boys who idolize him. They form a gang and begin emulating his criminal behavior. Jerry becomes determined to save the boys from a similar fate and attempts to steer them onto a righteous path. Meanwhile, the police put pressure on Rocky, hoping to use his influence to catch a gang of criminals. Rocky finds himself torn between his loyalty to his old friend Jerry and his desire to protect his criminal reputation. This leads to a dramatic climax that tests the bond between Rocky and Jerry. In the film's climactic scene, Rocky is faced with the choice of dying a hero or dying a coward. His decision has a profound impact on the young boys who idolize him, making a lasting impression on their lives. Angels with Dirty Faces received critical acclaim upon its release. The performances, particularly that of James Cagney, were highly praised. Cagney delivers a powerful and nuanced portrayal of Rocky Sullivan, capturing the complexity of a man torn between his criminal past and a desire for redemption. The film explores themes of morality, the influence of environment, and the struggle between right and wrong. It delves into the question of whether heroism is defined by the choices one makes or by the perception others have of them. The dynamic between Cagney and O'Brien as Rocky and Jerry is a highlight of the film. Their friendship and the contrast between their paths provide emotional depth to the story. The film's final moments are particularly poignant and have become iconic in cinema history. Angels with Dirty Faces is regarded as a classic of the gangster genre, offering a nuanced exploration of crime and redemption. Its gritty depiction of urban life, combined with strong performances and a thought-provoking narrative, have contributed to its lasting impact. The film continues to be celebrated for its social commentary and its examination of the choices individuals make in challenging circumstances.